They look up longer than you can look down. You know what I'm saying, Ocho? But hey,
yes, sir.
I have a stretched out like a quarter to three. You know what I'm saying, Ocho? Don't play with me. Ocho, you better stop playing with me, Ocho. Huh? Man, please.
I ain't that mad at it, to be honest.
I'm not either.
Like, I'm mad that you did this on like a public platform.
Look, I just feel like, you know,
At least how niggas pay for shit like that,
people
bro.
are just so fucking sensitive nowadays, bro. Like, I can see if he touched her. I can see if he actually said something to her, like physically in her fucking face. Okay, cool.
Poorest state in the union with the poorest people.
And he one of the wealthiest people in Mississippi.
Well, he has to be.
He's taken from the poorest in order to give a university that probably gets federal dollars. Meg, before we go any further, I want to apologize to you personally. And I didn't, I always wanted to sit down and have a conversation with you. I didn't know if that was going to be possible, but I was always hoping that I got an opportunity to bump into you.
Shannon Sharpe retired from a pretty illustrious career in the NFL, and the Hall of Famer has since gone on to host multiple popular podcasts. He's making a name for himself in a whole new industry, but he got on Megan Thee Stallion fans' nerves when he made some less than stellar remarks about her a few months ago, and he's had to pay for that. Shannon Sharpe had one of the biggest careers in the NFL and was even inducted to the Hall of Fame.
My big brother Sterling, I'm the only player of 267 men that's walked through this building to my left that can honestly say this. I'm the only pro football player that's in the Hall of Fame, and I'm the second best player in my own family.
He's had a great career as far as footballers go, and since then, he's made a name for himself hosting multiple shows and podcasts. One of them is The Nightcap with fellow former NFL star Chad Ochocinco Johnson, and he said a few things about Megan Thee Stallion that didn't sit well with a lot of people. It started with the podcast posted on the 28th of November, 2023. He made some very explicit remarks about her, and a lot of fans pointed out that it was disrespectful of him to talk about a rising star like that. The conversation started with the two talking about her name and how it supersedes everything.
Can I ask you a question? Like, I listen to rap, but I don't listen to much rap to where I understand. But if I'm not mistaken, Megan Thee Stallion, her music, most of the time, the people, when you rap about things that you know and experiences that you do. And you be talking about that diamond. I don't think that's really gonna work. That's the point of her name. The point of her being a stallion. It supersedes anything that you're saying.
I know she's good.
Are you scared?
No, but hey, I understand, Ocho. My grandpa used to say, boy, they can look down longer than you can look up. They look up longer than you can look down. You know what I'm saying, Ocho? But hey.
Yes, sir.
Shannon followed Ocho's remarks with a graphic description of what he'd like to do to the rapper sexually.
I have a stretched out like a quarter to three. You know what I'm saying, Ocho? Don't play with me. Ocho, you better stop playing with me, Ocho. Huh? Man, please. Man, Ocho, boy. I bet I got that liquid down on me. I keep that liquid on me now.
A quarter to what?
Three.
Meg, I know you're gonna see this, Meg.
He then proceeded to say that he'd do her deep, hard, and continuously.
3 ways. Do it to her 3 ways, Ocho. Deep, hard, and continuously. You know what I'm saying? That's all I got for Ocho. You better stop playing.
Meg.
What?
Meg, I know you're gonna see
Meg
this.
ain't gonna see nothing.
Meg, I know you're gonna see this,
out.
Ocho. Man, listen, Meg. Unc right here, man. Holla at him. I ain't got to say nothing. I ain't got to say he's shooting this shot.
Ain't no shooting no shot. Man, look here, man. We just having some fun, Ocho.
Yeah.
When Ocho said that Meg could be watching the podcast too, Sharpe just proceeded to say that she had good knees.
Yeah, I thought I got that text. Told me keep it cute. My bad. No, I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah. That's all we do, Ocho. We keep it cool on here. I ain't got nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, we gonna, hey, like, you ain't gotta say much. I'm gonna take the cue. I'm gonna do what I need to do on my end, man, to make sure Meg get to you. But she gonna see this. Shoot, Meg might be watching. Yeah, that got a nice little ring to it. Uncle the Stallion.
Man, Meg knees too good. Man, you see how Meg be bouncing on the knees, man?
Oh yeah.
She must be had knees.
Yeah.
Her knees like Barry Sanders' knees. You know how Barry knees be curtain. A bad knee.
She got good knees. She got good knees. You got bad hips. She got good knees. That's a perfect match.
Ocho, I'm cutting out. How she gonna be stretched out, Ocho? Like a quarter to three?
Quarter to three.
Hey, you better stop playing, Ocho. Man, thank y'all for joining us for another episode.
The clip ended up going viral, and suffice to say, people weren't happy. One Instagram user commented, "Love Shannon, but this is wildly inappropriate. He's employed by ESPN. They don't play that. He needs to tone it down on these types of comments. It's not the 90s anymore." Another pointed out, "In light of all the lawsuits, I just want men to chill for a min, like take a step back from the overt public sex talk and stories and find something safe to chat about." People said that he came across as old and creepy for the remarks, and he needed to step back and not act like a pervert. No, it seemed like he didn't get the memo, because at the time, the Nightcap channel even used a clip to promote the video. Some people actually came to his defense, saying that it was how boys talk, and the only thing he did wrong was that he shouldn't have made the remarks in public. They said that it was all just barbershop talk.
Okay. He is talking about Meg Thee Stallion in a sexually explicit manner. But when I first saw this, I immediately thought, this is what happens when the whole world can hear your barbershop talk. Because this...
Oh my God, that's so spot on.
Little do y'all know, this type of conversation happen all the time, bro, in barbershops all across the world. But these niggas is on a goddamn podcast. Like, they not gonna be seen by nobody.
Like, worldwide view.
Straight up letting loose. Like,
now, Ocho, he keeping it cool. He just like, Shay just...
And they weren't mad about it, even though they wish he hadn't talked like that on a public platform for the whole world to see.
I ain't that mad at it, to be honest.
I'm not either.
Like, I'm mad that you did this on like a public platform.
Look, I just feel like, in all honesty,
at least how niggas pay for shit like that,
people
bro.
are just so sensitive nowadays, bro. Like, I can see if he touched her. I can see if he actually said something to her, like physically in her fucking face. Okay, cool. But dude, this is the same thing that we can talk about off camera. Like, are y'all really like condemning him for this?
Well, yeah, because millions of people gonna see it. Like, club shit is huge.
And guess what? There's people.
Still, Shannon ended up addressing the incident on the podcast the next day. He said that he was being wrongfully accused of making sexually harassing remarks about the star.
No. And this one lady, she had something talking about, you two grown men, and y'all are famous, and you guys have daughters. How would you feel if somebody said that about them?
Whoa,
I said, ain't got to how I feel. People gonna say it regardless.
Wait.
Y'all make it seem like if I don't say something, that means that's gonna shield my daughter, or my daughters from men saying things or men approaching them.
Wait, you didn't say anything wrong or disrespectful though, Unc. You were giving her praises though, Unc.
Ocho, you know how people are, Ocho. So she said, "Do you know that sexual harassment?" I'm like, so now I'm sexually harassing Megan Thee Stallion? I said, that's where we at now. I remember seriously, that's where we at. And you see, Ocho, now you understand why I don't ride the elevator with single women, don't you? Now you see why I don't hold the door for women.
He said that he had meant it as a compliment and that he had said it in jest.
Wait,
how I'm wired like I am.
How in the hell did someone even pull that out the air when it was more so? I do not understand the analogy and the manner in which and what you said had nothing to do with that and being in a disrespectful way, but more giving props to who she is. And like, how do you
I think they was talking about last night when you and I said it in jest. And so,
exactly in jest. Everybody gets that. Everybody understands that. How could you not?
Nah, Ocho.
But he did say that he was sorry if what he said offended Megan.
I tell you what, if Meg had a problem with anything that I've said, if she feels offended or slighted by anything that I said, let me take the time to say, I'm sorry. I apologize.
And we love you.
Yes.
Meg, and we love you because I got these just like you. Let me show you. Hold on. Let me show you my Meg.
The incident died down after a while, but people were wondering if Megan would come out to say something against Shannon, especially following his Club Shay Shay interview with Cat Williams that broke the internet. And then people found out she was going to guest on Club Shay Shay. There, he took the time to apologize to her for what he said.
Meg, before we go any further, I want to apologize to you personally. And I didn't, I always wanted to sit down and have a conversation with you. I didn't know if that was going to be possible. But I was always hoping that I got an opportunity to bump into you. Because I made a comment, I think it was like September, October, and I told a joke. And I said it in jest, but I believe the joke would have been just as funny had I left you out of it. So for any unwanted attention, harm, shame, embarrassment that I caused you or your family, I want to say, as a man, as I sit here before you, I apologize.
I appreciate that.
Thank you. Anytime someone comes on the show, we have to toast because you have an amazing, you've been amazing, and you have an amazing career going forward. So this is my personal cognac, Shea by Laportier.
Okay, Shea by Laportier.
But after the apology, some people felt that it was staged just to clear the air for the fans because his remarks were very on brand for Megan. She's never shied away from the fact that she's someone who loves her body and wants to show it off. And many of her songs have explicit material.
We don't have the time.
Right.
But what Shannon Sharpe did, a lot of people were also giving him backlash and saying, it wasn't even necessary. But me, I feel like, okay, black women can't win if we go all in and being super sexual, or if we require an apology. I'm not gonna lie, I felt like Shannon's apology was sincere, but when Megan heard it, it was like, what are you talking about? She looked a little confused. I was like, oh, thank you.
No, to me, it didn't get confused. It gave, she knew that it was coming, so she was like, yeah, you owe me that. Yeah, they said that, so don't give it to me.
No, but the thing is, what Shannon was saying, I'm sorry, it was not too far off brand because that's what she wants people to say about her.
Yeah, I mean, it's
WAP.
The rap,
Let's be honest. What does WAP stand for?
Right. Let's not say it on national television.
No, we can't. But go.
Right. Typically,
well, somebody say it then.
When female performers, I guess you can say when they're usually more on the conservative side, I feel like that more matches for singing. You know what I mean? Like for rap, it's kind of like on brand for them.
This incident wasn't the first time Shannon has discussed Megan Thee Stallion, though that isn't surprising considering how famous she is. In a previous interview on Club Shay Shay, rapper Corday talked about being classmates with her.
You are a member of the 2019 XXL freshman class. You got Megan Thee Stallion, you got Blueface Gunna, the baby Roddy Ricch. Do you follow? Do you follow that? You follow your classmates?
Yeah, to an extent, for sure, because it's always like whenever we see each other, like it's just always like we graduated high school together, this type of feeling, you know, type of vibe. So whenever I see Meg, it's always love with her. She always emits super good energy. Always had, even when she was going through, that thing with Tori, like she always, I'll send her like a, a voice note, things of that nature. But like she always was like, good vibes, good energies.
Shannon seemed supportive of her, saying he was surprised that people accused her of lying during the Tory Lanez incident.
You mentioned that Meg went through what she went through with Tory. You reached out. I mean, what was your words of advice? I mean, obviously that's someone that's a very dear friend to you, and she's going through something. And from what I could read, I don't know either of the parties, but it seemed like they didn't believe that, like, I'm thinking to myself, why the hell is she gonna lie about somebody shot in the foot? I mean, that's Meg. That's Meg. She don't need clout.
And I'm not trying.
But he also interviewed Jackie, a good friend of Tory Lanez. He was careful when talking about it, though at the time both Shannon and Jackie said that they didn't really know what happened that night since it was before the trial.
Tory Lanez. Okay. You close with him? What transpired? Tragic, sad.
Definitely.
Shouldn't have happened. Avoidable.
Yes.
Have you talked to him? You guys still close?
Yeah, we still close. I ain't talked to Tori though. I tried to talk to him, but I ain't talked to him. I was with him through the periods of everything, because we real friends. You know what I'm saying? That's my brother. But I ain't talked to him since. But of course, I still holler at his people, make sure he okay, and things like that.
This incident isn't the only problem Shannon has been involved in recently. Former NFL quarterback Brett Favre is embroiled in one of Mississippi's worst welfare frauds, where the Mississippi Department of Human Services misused around $77 million from the Temporary Assistance for Needy Families program. The money was intended to help some of the most deserving families in America. Shannon made some very emphatic remarks when he was still hosting Skip and Shannon, Undisputed on Fox Sports.
Skip, he wanted to seem philanthropic without being philanthropic. So, but in other words, he wanted to be philanthropic, but I ain't using my money. I'm gonna use the state's money. Money that was meant for the state's poorest, the neediest. And this man don't give a damn about it. He don't give a damn if families can't feed their family. They need this money. Man, but I got an arena. The Brett Favre and his wife foundation, they built this arena. No, they didn't.
Remember, this is Mississippi we're talking about.
Yes!
The poorest state in the union with the poorest people.
And he one of the wealthiest people in Mississippi.
Well, he has to be.
He's taken from the poorest in order to give a university that probably gets federal dollars, just so he can. Man, you see what Brett Favre did? Brett and Dina, man, they built this arena because. Stop it.
So it's $5 million.
And Favre sued him for defamation. The lawsuit was initially dismissed.
And now back to the Sharpe front. In October of 2023, via the worldwide leader, Sharpe's employer, that suit would be dismissed. From U.S. District Court Judge Keith Starrett in his statement, because Sharpe's comments are constitutionally protected rhetorical hyperbole using loose figurative language, they cannot support a defamation claim as a matter of law. In his dismissal, the judge would continue. The court also acknowledges that from the reports in the public arena, after government investigations, forensic audits, civil litigation, Favre's text messages, very key, and Favre's own implicit admission by returning $1.1 million to the state, it appears to be widely believed that the money obtained by the former quarterback for himself and the University of Southern Miss came from welfare funds.
But he's trying to get an appeals court to revisit the suit.
Favre's attorney told 3 Fifth U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals judges in New Orleans, Louisiana, that the lawsuit should be revived, arguing that Shannon Sharpe accused Brett Favre, who has not been charged with a crime, of theft.
A lot of people think it'll go nowhere. On the other hand, while Shannon's remarks were in poor taste, if Megan didn't publicly come out to say she was offended, then is it not a big deal? Or is she going to reveal something about him that'll get him cancelled? Let's wait and see. That's it for now. Don't forget to tell us what you think in the comments below. For more updates, hit the bell icon.